We have a lot to talk about today, and I don't want to waste anyone's time, so I'm gonna jump right in. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 reasons why teaching your baby independent sleep skills is so important. Teaching your baby how to sleep is a lifelong skill that they need for a lifetime. I am so passionate about baby sleep, and that stems from the passion of having my babies sleep well so that I can sleep well and my husband can sleep well and we can all function and get the sleep that our bodies need and deserve, and honestly, to just be able to function. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about are the stages of sleep. We're gonna talk about REM sleep and non-REM sleep. Your sleep cycles are going to play an essential role in your physical development, your memory consolidation, and your emotional processing. So imagine what is happening when your sleep is interrupted. Any interruption in your sleep cycles is going to prevent you from getting the full benefits from each sleep cycle. So the second thing that we're gonna talk about here is deep sleep. Now, generally, your first stretch of sleep in the night is going to be your deepest sleep. So whether it's you or your baby is getting the deepest sleep in that first long stretch of the night. This is when your baby's tissue repair is happening. This is when they're getting that boost to their immune system. This deep sleep is going to help promote your child's physical and mental growth and development. So then reason number 3 why consolidated sleep is important is because that REM sleep is important. Now REM you might know of as rapid eye movement, and that is what is occurring in the second half of the night when sleep is lighter. The production of melatonin goes down, and it's the earlier hours of the morning, so around like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. is when your baby may be in REM sleep. This stage of sleep is associated with dreaming and cognitive development. So then if this sleep cycle is interrupted, then your child's mood and their memory is not gonna be as great. Number 4 is your child's sleep efficiency. So this is the ratio between being in bed and sleeping in bed. So obviously, babies who are actually sleeping in bed are feeling more well rested, and their sleep is more efficient than babies who are just laying in bed and resting. They're not really getting the full benefit of sleep. Babies who are not really getting that rested sleep, they're gonna be feeling a little more sluggish. When babies are feeling tired and sluggish, it's going to present as a cranky and irritable kind of personality. That's really unfortunate because these babies probably are quite peachy when they actually have the amount of sleep that they need to feel well rested and ready to actually take on the day. Not that we want to talk about babies having hormones, but sleep is going to impact hormonal regulation. Now you might even think like my baby is not hormonal, but we all have hormones, and your baby's hormones that regulate sleep and appetite and stress and growth, those are all being impacted. So we're talking about leptin, ghrelin, cortisol, adrenaline, all of these things that are impacted based on your baby's ability to sleep. Imagine even as a toddler or a child or an adolescent or even an adult who is not getting the appropriate amount of sleep, they are more likely to have problems with appetite and obesity. They're going to have higher stress levels, which is associated with more belly fat. So all of these things you may not be so concerned about right now in the here and now when your baby is a baby, but it is something like bad sleep habits will follow your child through their entire life. So why not give them the gift of sleep and set them up with the appropriate tools to have good sleep hygiene? If you're feeling overwhelmed and like this is just so much information that you just can't wrap your head around, and there's just a lot of terms with different sleep cycles and the science of sleep and all of the different hormones and this and that and whatever, that is exactly what I am trained in doing, is assessing all of these aspects of your child's sleep and making a customized sleep plan that is unique and customized for your child and your family. So if you're already feeling that overwhelm, I mean, I would love for you to finish watching the video, but you can book a call to have a consultation with me, hire me as your sleep consultant, and I will help you, guide you through, and support support you through the sleep training process, because clearly I am passionate about making sure that your baby and your family is getting the sleep that you all need. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you to look at the link in the description box down below to check out my sleep training packages, but let's keep going. All right, so reason number 6 to help your baby consolidate their sleep is for their cognitive function. Now, we touched on this briefly, but to go a little bit deeper into it, babies and children and adults who are getting the proper amount of sleep that they need are going to have an easier time being able to focus, pay attention, retain information, and just have higher levels of productivity. So we're also talking about problem solving and decision-making skills when we're talking about cognitive function. Babies who are well rested, they're going to have more patience for those stupid shape sorter games that are just a freaking headache. I didn't love those. I really didn't love those. Like, I don't know why. I must have some negative association with that toy. Like those toys where your baby has to like sort the shapes into like the top and then they fall into the bucket and then they open the bucket and then they empty it all out and they start all over again. Babies who are well rested will be able to actually tackle that problem solving and, you know, little puzzle. They're gonna be able to do that easier than if they are completely exhausted and they just can't hang. But then that brings me into the next tip, or the next point, is their mood and their emotional well-being. So like I said, disrupted sleep is going to lead to having a child who is more cranky, clingy, anxious, doesn't want to be left alone. You cannot set this baby down on a play mat to play while you go put your coffee in the microwave for the 5th time today, because all your baby does is cry and need to be on your hip. That is an overtired, overstimulated baby who is just emotionally unwell because they're not getting the sleep that they need. And if you want to think of this as a long run, even with adults as parents who may be exhausted and overwhelmed, this can lead to depression and anxiety. And it's not just in moms. I see this all the time in dads who are highly anxious that their baby is going to wake up all night long, they're not going to be able to function at work the next day, and they're gonna get fired. I have seen this happen. It is something, it's real. This is real. Prioritize sleep, please. Number 8 is your physical health and your baby's physical health. So yes, this does apply to babies, but also adults. Chronic sleep disruption, or just deprivation in the first place, is associated, and I know this is going to sound scary, but it's associated with heart issues. But this is why I say that your baby's sleep is as important to your baby as it is to you. Because while you may not think that your baby's sleep is going to impact their heart health at this age, it is going to impact yours. Down the road, having poor sleep can also contribute to type 2 diabetes. I know that is like really shitty to hear, but it's true. And we already talked about how when you are in deep sleep that you're getting that boost in immune system. So if you are not getting sleep, then your immune system is just gonna be shit and you're going to get sick more often than somebody who is getting the sleep that they need every single night. I mean, I'm not even done with this list of all of these reasons why you need to help your baby consolidate their sleep at night, but it is just a no-brainer to me. Like, make the investment and give your baby the gift of sleep so that you can give your baby the gift of health, and you can give yourself and your partner, your spouse, whoever, also the gift of sleep and health. This is such an important topic. The fact that people question whether or not their baby should be learning how to sleep independently, it literally just blows my mind. Like, I just don't. I don't get it. All right, so number 9, we're going to talk about your daytime alertness. We've talked about like the ability to focus and your ability to make decisions and pay attention and all of that stuff. So your ability to have alertness during the day is so important. Babies who are more alert during the day, like, you're going to notice, like, some people are gonna say, oh wow, your baby is so alert, or oh, your baby is so sleepy all the time. Maybe because the baby who is sleepy all the time is not getting good quality sleep, and the baby who is alert all the time is actually alert because when they're sleeping, they have good quality and good effective sleep that is doing all the things that they need to do during sleep. Alternatively, when you're talking about adults and alertness, like, this is serious. I cannot even convey the importance of adults getting the amount of sleep that they need, because sleep deprivation is equally as dangerous as driving drunk. So if you're getting behind the wheel and you are deprived of sleep, you are equally as much of a danger on the road behind the wheel as a drunk driver. That is something that I take incredibly seriously, because like, driving and car accidents is like, it's incredibly like triggering for for me, first of all. Thinking about how much sleep deprivation really does contribute to car accidents is terrifying, and it is statistically proven. Being sleep deprived is equally as detrimental as driving drunk. Period, end of story. Although it's not the end of this story because I still have another point to talk about. Passion in a video. So number 10, we're obviously gonna wrap it all up with a pretty bow and call it long-term health. When you have chronic sleep deprivation, you have an increased chance of chronic health conditions. Getting quality consolidated sleep is going to help your entire life, the whole thing. Proper sleep is essential for long-term health. I've said it so many times in this video, and I really hope that you take this very seriously. Now, with all of that to say, brief wakings in the night are normal and to be expected. So we talked about the cycle of sleep and how there's deep sleep and REM sleep. When you come out of that REM sleep and you wake up and you're going to go into a light sleep, you wake up right up here at the top of the cycle. You're awake, you're a light sleep, you're a deep sleep, you're a REM sleep, you're awake. So when you're awake, that's when you're fluffing your pillow or you're pulling your blanket over, or maybe you're getting up to go to the bathroom, which sucks. I have never, not even when I was pregnant, like this is just like a little brag here, but I never wake up in the night to go pee. And I don't know how people who do wake up to go pee actually wake up and go pee and then go right back to sleep, because once I'm up, I'm up. Brief wakings in the night are normal and to be expected, but when it is a long stretch of time, like I said, like if I'm up, I'm up, that's not good. It's not good. So it's great that I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, because that would be a problem for me. Maybe not for you. Maybe you can go to the bathroom and then go right back to sleep and get back into your deep sleep and your REM sleep and all that, and just like get the amount of sleep that you need, and that's fantastic. But if you're watching this video, then chances are either you're not doing that or your baby is not doing that, and you need help with this. So if you fall into that bucket of having these long stretches of awake time in the night, whether it is because your baby is staying awake in the night or because you just can't sleep, then it is an issue that needs to be assessed and addressed, okay? Like I'm all about the alliteration and the rhymes around here at Slumber and Bloom, but you need to make sure that you are getting this situation taken care of. And if you are on this video because your baby is waking several times in the night, they're taking crappy naps, they're tired and cranky, and that makes you tired and cranky, I can help your baby, I can help your family. Check out the sleep packages in the description box down below. Hire me as your sleep consultant, and in 2 weeks or less, your baby and your family will be getting so much more consolidated sleep. You will wonder why you didn't do this sooner. It is always okay to ask for help. You are a stronger parent for asking for help when you know that you just need a little bit of help along the way. You need a village, and I am here to be your cheesy neighbor. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned a ton, and I really hope that it wasn't too much overwhelming information for you. I just want to be as helpful as possible and shed light on the importance of sleep, because I seriously hate the saying, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Like, yeah, but then you're dead. Let's just sleep while we're alive and we can enjoy life and be happy and cheesy and love every minute of everything and keep blooming. Mwah.